What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Speed Without Engine, the place where fast-paced action meets pure fun. Get ready for some sick designs, crazy crashes, and tons of laughs. Let's go. For a soapbox, I would hazard a guess that the weight of this decent start, the wide wheelbase, is helping this crew out. Oh, there's the problem. You can see behind the barriers. We're worried about that. It's got sharp teeth, but it's not got the ability to get down to the bottom of the... Oh, the back's gone already. Well, it's not sturdy at all, is it? It went straight into the bales.
They're going to keep it going right now. The third member is...
Moving at all? Look at it. Give it a push. Here we go. There's another bale there. There's the first top. It does tend to lean, look from side to side. You don't want to go too far, otherwise you might be off. Oh, no. Oh, wobbling. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's gone. Oh, look at that. Oh, my word. So spectacular. That's one of the most spectacular. Everybody's okay, which is the first thing to tell you. Wrestling with it, trying to leave that creativity score. This looks great. The eyes are the helmets of the pilot, and the co is the pilot. Here's the berm. Made in Finland has ground to a halt. Oh, boom! What do you say? Going, going, going. Go. They should get on the podium for those. Look at that. Of course, there is this issue of how fast you can get from top to bottom. So Homies, group of friends, they've got a YouTube channel called Homies today. So it starts off, as you can see, nice and gentle. Now it really starts to kick in. They're going to get to a big left. There is a kicker that's got an integrated staircase coming up, and that's a real challenge for both the driver and the soapbox. Is it going to be strong enough? Can it survive? It lands on the nose, just about okay. The cricket helmets might come in handy if they get it wrong, and they might have got it wrong there. Yes, they have. The problem, because it's starting to pick up speed all the time. The steeper that it gets, the faster it goes, and you've got to be in complete control when you come over that little element there. You see the wheels start to wobble, can't get it round. Creativity score, it's a nice looking soapbox. I have to say, it doesn't look to be the most. Actually had the idea to build this while they were midway through a kebab, which, oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Picking up speed. The guy at the back with the paddle trying to get them going as fast as they possibly can. With a wheelbase that wide, that's not easy. Safely over the first ramp, although there was a bit of a wobble there. Have to be careful when they land. This is where they pick up speed. Around, down they go, through the next chicane. Everything's still in one piece. Over the ramp with the wheel to bend awkwardly. You can see it there on the replay. It's twisted in at a really awkward angle. Needs some assistance. Everybody loves to finish. Gets the push over the line. Los MOCHITURROS finish the course. On this circuit, we're about to find out. Oh! What about that? But he couldn't get down, and that's an issue on a day like this. You've got to be able to get around that berm, and as soon as the wheels leave the... it's certainly narrow, it's got the pointed front, so it should get some speed up, and it's got the low set. Down they go. Around the berm. He was concerned about the berm. Coming up towards the kicker! Well, it just survived it. The smoke tells you they're nearly there. There's the checkered flag. What about the time? 43 points. It looks quick, it's well designed, looks like it could be fast. Let's see. The momentum, this could be a quick time. It's not. Here's the kicker. Yeah, fine over there. Plenty of air, nice and smooth. Hardly veered up. There we go. Love that. Plenty of height. Time, if they get there. 35:01. There's a racetrack for touring cars and superbikes in Belgium, which is just to the east of the city that we're in today, which is Brussels. Pram wheels, though, which, as you know, I don't particularly like, but let's see whether they work. It's nice and quick at this stage. He's gone really quickly through there. Look at that, that was brilliant. Now over the cobbles, this is good. This is good if they can keep it going. It's really fast, it's really smooth. Over the big air. The suspension working really well for them here. Now the car wash, he's gone flying through there. Down to the finish, brilliant. That's a really good run. 40.03, and they look good at the top. Look good all the way down. Was really, really fast. Really good run from Sir. Trying to wait and see. Dave's the driver, the co-pilot Maxim, and they all work for a creative agency. Rate of knots at the top of the course. Really, really quick to the bone shaker. That's as good as you've seen anybody through there. That's pretty good there through the chicane. You don't mind moving a few of those bales if they don't slow you down. And they were really, really rapid, weren't they, over the cobbles, and then big air. If they can navigate the car wash, this one could be good. Pattyn, we think, inside the box, maybe about to set a time. Here we go to the finish. Let's have a look at the clock. 39.25, the first team today. Because that was a brilliant run. Just able to nudge a few of those bales aside to maintain the speed. So off we go, one wheel at the front, two at the back, difficult course. Recipe for disaster in my opinion, but I'm only guessing. I would have said to these at the top, you are in, charging down as well. There's a lot of speed, through the wall. He's gone. Oh, believe it, look at this. The single wheel at the front, can't handle it. Oh, look at the pilot there. Oh, there you go, look at that. Look at the Christmas hat halfway down the course. Looks like a jet plane. Will it react like a jet plane on the way down? This team, with Bruno the pilot, they think it will. And they're nice and quick so far. Look at the speed through there, that's really impressive. If they can keep the speed through the chicane, they could be in for a good run here. Oh, he's losing it there, he's lost it. So much speed going into this particular turn. And then he's lost it there, look. If he could have got through there, this could have been a really good run. They're back going again, which is the good news, over the Belgian cobbles, but with nothing like the speed at this stage they had before. You can see the disappointment on his face. Over big air, down towards the car wash. Coming out the car wash, look at the speed again. That would have been a really fast run if they would have avoided the spin. 57.33. It's fine through the bone shaker. It was just the spin moving towards the chicane that really cost Team TOGA Max 2. He knows at that point, you can see the disappointment on his face. So that's it for today here in Belgium. Tim, who's taking home the prize? Very narrow. Alvaro can hardly fit in it. He's got the bike wheel at the front of the handlebar steering, enough said. Whale tail on the agenda, holds on tighter to those handlebars. Oh, now he's off. This is do or die. And when that front wheel hit the middle of the whale tail, he got nowhere left to go. There's your problem. I know what lies ahead. Down we go. Slippery start ramp, slippery circuit, smoke. Can't see very well through there. Now we're off and running. Will they get the water or will they get a bridge? They get the bridge. They're able to keep it to the left. It's probably the most sensible way to... It's a slow pig, isn't it? I thought they were faster than that. It's one of the tight turns. Fine at the moment, fine at the moment. We've seen some problems through here because they can't avoid hitting that wall. Not through there. Oh, there's that kicker. Oh, there's the wall. It's so hard to get the control around the corner. There's the kicker, and you're out of control at that point in mid-air. Then how do you get round the corner? That's what they've got to try and work out. And there they are at the finish with not much left of it. 131.32. At least they got to the bottom. And of course, most importantly, speed down the circuit. This is turbo Lego that turns into a couch. Let's hope it stays with being a soapbox today. Around the berm, and you see the finish line. There it is. The back comes off and the sides do, and the front's gone as well. It's becoming a couch in front of our eyes. Over the finish line they go. 30.82. It's only... And turbo Lego, the first crew down there, and making it despite down the circuit in one piece as fast as you possibly can. The big moustache on the front, very similar to the one. So the Maratha riders are on the way. A little bit slow to the berm. Nobody's really got that part of the course. Here's the kicker. He said the brakes were working well. Well, you can see that because he's trundling a line there. Over the double kicker. And still going down in a straight line. Bit quicker now. Now he lets the brakes go. Now he starts to pick up in. Oh, lost the wheel. Lost the wheel, but he lost the wheel over the finish. Toilet brush in the toilet. And what you saw in the background is what it's supposed to be. It's going to be quick enough. We will wait and see. And whether the fella on the lavatory at the back will stay there, that could be the acid test, couldn't it? Here's the ramp. Well, they're okay over that one. And this is it with the whale tail in the middle, and that's where it starts to go wrong. This is where it all starts to go wrong at the back. Look, it just cannot stay stuck on the soapbox with that kind of undulation underneath it. And now he's struggling to hold it all together. Standing up might not be the best. Look at it at the back, he can't keep it straight. My word. Goes. That's what it looks like from the inside. Ben is the driver. That's the bone shaker. Oh, it's gone now, look. It's never looked good from the top, this one, has it? The old killer unicorn. Go on, boys. Still a fair way to go. He's lost it again. To build this particular soapbox, I'm not sure, though, whether they've tested it over the kind of ramps they're going to see. 420 metres. There's the first slice of bread. No problem there. Bales were just waiting to be hit and they couldn't miss it. He knows straight away. Look at the look on his face. He knows he's in bother at this stage of the run. Toaster about to go over the steelworks and it's wobbling all over the place and it won't get there. It was wide and it was wobbly. And they just couldn't avoid the hay bale. It was too wide, too awkward and on its side. Striking for Death Power and down they go with the smoke billowing out the back of the soapbox. Look at that for an onboard view. Plento, doesn't it? Nice and sticky on the tarmac surface, which has been relayed for this particular event. Nosedives off the kicker. So becomes a backseat driver. What happened here? Oh, the steering wheel comes off in his hands. You've got to bolt those down, my friend. You can't leave it like that. And Death Power had absolutely no chance. The impression it's quite difficult to see between those fingers too. So there are one or two things stacked again. Over the jump for the first time. There they go, no problem there. The gravel trap poses no problem. Hand wobbling all over the place, he's gone wide and lost it. He couldn't hang on. Spectacular crash into that right-hand turn. It's such a difficult part of the course. This course is long, it's fast, it's got more features than normal, with that little cheeky ramp at the start as well, which might catch one or two out as the day unfolds. Nice smooth start though here from Team SPEEDHAWK. There they go through the disco tunnel. We'll be happy with that as we see them exit the disco tunnel. And then heading towards the bone shaker, which does certainly shake the bones and gets that propeller rotating that little bit more. This represents a decent start at the top of the course, certainly, for Team SPEEDHAWK. There's the berm, which does tend to throw these soapboxes high. They got through it quite low, which you won't see that very often today. Which is the ramp before that. They go through this, which is Crash Corner, the never-ending corner. Here's the final ramp, down towards the finish. It's a nice run, he just lost it towards the end. Nice and bright, this team. Let's see whether they can maintain the speed that they've started the run with. Double roller, no problem. Pensive looks on faces. Kicker over, no problem. A little bit of a nosedive, but it doesn't slow them. Didn't scrub any speed off. The posts in sight. Under we go. Down towards the finish. All about the time. All about the time. 55 seconds. Fastest so far today. This one looks quite streamlined as well. Looks like it's got a pretty solid chassis, brushing those straw bales aside. Here's the first kicker. Nosedives. Look at this, it's fine there. And then you go down with such force that it does irreparable damage to the front of the soapbox. It's scrubbed off the speed, it's done the damage, it's taken its toll. And they're going to need assistance now to get down the rest of the way. When you go too quickly into that kicker, you've got to get that bit right. There's just too much damage done to your soapbox if you get it wrong. They will set a time, but it's a time that would have been significantly better, 1:34.71. With two chicanes, and it's a big test. Oh, and look at this. It splits in two. So there's the big reveal. Now, can they keep it together? Oh, no, they can't. Look at them in the back. It was Aaron at the back who lost it first, and he took Matt with him. All of a sudden, the balance had gone. Watch this. There you see the back go, and it drags the front with it. The minute you lose the back, you can't keep the front. Boxes over the ramp. Oh, he's gone again. That one's still going almost, well, far down the circuit. It was all over by this point anyway. Very, very spectacular. How many times have we said that today? For this one today, nice and wide. May well lead to it being semi-generate right at the top here before you get to the berm, and round they go. Oh, they've lost it straight away. It's the fact you've got to change direction so dramatically and so quickly. But going they are, and happy to see the nice steady chicane where they can slow down a little bit, but that gives you... There's the speed, 33 through the camera, and over the kicker, the way down, but that's exactly what Chicken Coupe did. Look at that there. It's spectacular as always, and they do see the finish line in 1:12.48, and you wouldn't... And off we go. Mario is the driver, a gigantic eyeball staring down the track. Cobbles, what could possibly go wrong? That's what could go wrong. The wheel can fly off, and that's the baby. No wheel, no chance. There it goes. That one is done and dusted early on. The same, so off we go with Rugrats, which is a more basic design. It's carpool. Let's see how they do. Straight through carpool. He's just kept it together there. Front wheel was all over the place, both of them, but he held firm. Still going, Rugrats. Survived the car. The bone shaker. Here's the bone shaker. Down one step, down two, down three, still going. Now they're going towards the finish line. The Soapbox said to the driver, I've gone far enough. There it is over the bone shaker. A turn, and then down towards the finish line in a time of 1:10.4. Justin, Simeon and Raymond, and we'll see what they can do. Tackling through there. Oh, that's spectacular. That's... Oh! Well, they just did it meters more. They would have picked up the berm and naturally gone out on the right line. But the fact they went to... Coming down towards the chicane, he's lost it again. Let's have a look at the replay. Too quick, no control, too quick. Off. So down they go, the duck team with that gigantic beak on the front. Are so good. The first thing you do notice with this particular Soapbox is how starting to get faster, starting to motor. This is the moment of truth. Around the berm, oh, they've caught the top. Just look at the perspex at the back. You can see some just starting to break off, and it all comes to grief for the duck team. Very steep start ramp, which we don't often get in box, isn't it? If they can kick this one, of course, good start by, say, the last Bangaline. Oh, just lost a little bit of a back there. This is a very, very quick time as it stands at the moment. If they can keep it together, it looks berm, that convex berm, which makes it difficult. Here's the kicker, and look at the height over there. Soapbox, but we have got today. It's an attractive looking the driver Ronak is wearing. Off they go then, and what ramp, shaking down those cobbles. There's the berm, and that's, oh, he's just caught the top, look. He tried to do which is go high and then slingshot off it. But as you can see, that front wheel gets caught on the top rail, and it literally gets, well, almost ripped off the Soapbox. There you see it from on board, and he'd lost it straight away. Scored today on performance, on creativity, and of course, on speed. Kicker one and kicker two, then there's a chicane, and then there's a seesaw, and that could be interesting too. So there's the first two. You're in complete control of your Soapbox, otherwise you're going to catch it like they did there. The wings on the side didn't help at all. That chicane is not great when you've got wings. We've got the seesaw to finish. Through we go. Oh, got straight into the bales. You can see straight away that this is a narrow course. It's a quick course. Steering as well, which always gets the adrenaline running in the commentary box. We know what the pitfalls are. Oh, the back wheel's gone already. Forget the steering. He's not even gone over anything. How heavy's the fella in the back? It's in the back, he can't be, can it? I thought it just tipped him out. Come on. No, he's not, look. No. Oh, he's lost it again. Try and look where you're going. He's not looking. There we go. He needs some new overalls as well. He's even going to do the kicker, look. Here we go. Oh! Throw it over there. Go on, Lewis. To be a hectic event, and here goes the first team. It's the Flying Squirrel, Mitch the pilot, Miggy the co-pilot. They've been in this before. They're hoping for better today. And look at it with this one. It's got the small wheels. There we go, over the first obstacle, the bone shaker. But look how narrow it is, and they try and go through there. And the front wheel has gone, and that's going to make this run very difficult for them. There's nothing you can do, and it was the oversteer there that's completely buckled that front right as you look at it. And there we see it again, the bone shaker. There's the first piece, the tail went there. But it was that little oversteer of the front wheel that cost them. and they would have wanted a better performance score than that. Creativity, performance, and the run itself, the three ways you are judged and rewarded here in Red Bull Soapbox. And there's the kicker to get things underway. They go through the water feature for the first time. The water feature paying homage to stunning Lake Geneva, which is nearby. It's nice and quick at this stage, this one. A little bit reckless through there, but that doesn't matter. Now towards the Swiss chocolate bone rattler for the first time. 1, 2, 3, no problem. Now they can see the finish. They've got the Swiss cheese, the wedge to go over, and then they can slam the brakes on. Oh, out he goes at the finish. 49.16 sets the bar. There's the water feature. Spectacular shots through there. Those wheels at the front being tested to the full. And then can you stop after the finish? 39 is the score. And here we go down the steep start ramp. The first thing you're going to see, really, is the water feature. That's in about 50 metres. Oh, he's wobbling already and he's gone. Well, you won't see the water with this team, will you? Not with a start like that. There we go, that little chicane where you've got to be smooth and you've got to be in control, otherwise you tip it. On the ramp, soil everywhere. Anyway, back they go. Look how tight and twisty it is. Oh, it's gone again. It's too tall, they just can't get it round the corner. The manoeuvrability of this soapbox is leaving a lot to be desired. And somehow he manages to get round there and down the other side. Now he's coming into this berm where he's going to throw him all over the place. He's right to the top of it. Down he goes. Oh, he's gone again. That berm is, and you come down the other side of that, you've got a left-hander straight away. There was no chance of him getting round there. No chance. Quickly round the left-hander, and he'll see the finish. And I'll tell you what, that took some doing, didn't it? 2:05.86. And he's off at the end as well. My word. Frank is the pilot, Jules is behind him, Frank is Woody, Jules is Buzz, and off they go. The first thing you can see there is the berm. From the berm they go car wash, and then it starts to get really interesting. Here's the car wash. You can see that it's slippy. It's going to be difficult for these guys today. Through the tunnel, and he's losing it there, and he's lost it. Here it is again, look, it's really slippy through there, and I think that's the case of just losing it, really. And then we get towards the stair set. Can't wait to see them go through here. Down the stairs, bang! And up the other side and off. They've lost Buzz Lightyear, he's gone. He's wobbling all over the place. And then the finish line, and don't forget the drop at the end of it. Down we go. Can he stop it? Oh, he's lost it there. We're going to see a few do that today, I'm sure. Never had a drop like that in any of the soapbox races. There's the stair set, which took out the co-pilot in spectacular fashion. And this was spectacular too. It's a long way down there. Car is the first one down. This is based on the Sriracha hot chili sauce. They entered in 2014 in Seattle, but didn't finish. So let's see how they do today with this relatively streamlined soapbox and the big wheels, and they are off and on their way. It's not a course that's full of obstacles, but it's a course that will test the pilot in different ways. Building up with those big wheels. They might be okay today, bearing in mind there's not too many bumps, although he's got it wrong around there. It's just that sweeping right-hander, and didn't get round there tight enough. And the good news is, as far as they're concerned, is there's no damage significantly to the soapbox. Arrow at the back, there's the kicker, over there, one or two little bits to start to come off at the back and over the finish line, and a big smash at the end. Should be okay, and don't forget the brakes, everybody, at the finish. The teams are judged, and they're all colleagues from an advertising agency, and down we go, and he's gone already! Hard for that. That's when it first went wrong. He went about 20 metres and down. Bosh. Down he goes to the bone rattler then. He's really struggling to hold this together. He's having all kinds of problems with it. If you take too much speed into these hairpins today, you're going to have a real challenge. Now it really starts to get steep, and he's gone again. Cannot keep it upright. Well, if this is a taste of things to come today, we're going to have an absolute classic. Down to the finish. That took ages. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Creativity, 35 for performance. Now it's about the speed. The two tiers. Oh, they've gone already! Oh, that's spectacular again. This is the issue, look. Too much speed, not enough agility, and they just couldn't hold it. All the weight was going towards the left as they look at it. One wheel at the front, it's a problem. At the back, it can be an aid. He's trying to steer space out down to the bottom, and he's taking a risk there, and he's lost it. You've got to know when to use the brakes, and he didn't know when to use the brakes, and he's gone smashing into the barrier. This might well have been a decent run had he managed to keep it on three wheels at the top. Over the ramp, control is he? Skids his way through there. Over the last ramp and just 1-0. It was all about the problems, though, at the top of the course that cost them here. There too. But Callum Meyer will get space out over the finish line in one. Describe themselves as three dads, two millennials and one purple hippo. And it really looks the part, doesn't it, on the way down. Troy, which is not easy in the rain when you've got all these twists and turns to navigate, and they just brush the bales on the way through their dreading here in Cincinnati today. Here we go, down that little step, and another one, keeping it straight, keeping it... The kicker is rapidly approaching. The moment of truth has arrived for Hip Hoppopotamus. How's it going to do? Can he get a hippo airborne? We're about to find out. Here we go, here we go. Oh, bounce through, oh, caught the bail. So difficult when you can't really see. Oh, and it's gone already. Watch this from the onboard, down the ramp, lost it straight away. No balance, no control, and both of them off. Looks like it might be quick, this. Easy to control, I think. Oh, yeah, just about. That was probably the smoothest. Looked like he'd had a lot of opportunity to test the Soapbox and make sure he was at one with his vehicle. Risto is the pilot. Flies over the kicker. Here's really nice. Car wash. Let's have a look at the time. This is going to be quick. Could be really quick. Let's have a look. Oh, 26. For motorcycle racing in India, so he's a real local celebrity, and he's under a fair deal of pressure. He's got to get this right. Reputations can be made or broken very, very quickly. He's going to go around this berm, goes nice and high. This is where he's going to pick up the speed. Now, this really is the moment of truth, and it's starting to wobble. He's out. He's out, and he was starting to bend, and you knew that it was going to go. And there was nothing that Sandeep could do to stay in the coffee cup, and he spilled out onto the tarmac. Down he goes, nothing they could do. Mark today then. Geddy Minas is the pilot. It's supposed to be a big cloud of good ideas, a team, and I don't think this is going to be easy. It's very tall. Looks like it's going to be difficult thinking. Let's have a look. Oh, they're not! That's the answer. It's leading, going. Even the leg can't stop it. Or the other one, bang. Bad news is, they've still got the water there and then the bone rattler. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, they did it. That's far. Oh, no, they're not. Down for a second time. 3 knockdowns and you're out, I think, the rules. Big push down the ramp, and this one really has started off well. Flying through the first ramp now, which can often be a test of the suspension, particularly these soapboxes with the wider acting nice and smooth. Pamela Anderson looking very comfortable, then it all goes wrong on the berm. Sure whether there was too much weight at the front. Maybe there was, and it flips it over, and Pamela with a big crash. His head's gone. His head's gone already. Now he's got to keep it together. He looks scared. Wish he'd stop doing that with his mouth. Down we go around the berm. Here we go. See on the side. I'm glad he put that out the soapbox there so we actually know what's happening. Over the kicker. The balloons are still going. Round we go. It's not bad, this. Let's have a look at the time. It is 45.06. Better. 3 wheels, 1 at the front, 2 at the back. And he does go high and he does get the slingshot, which gives a bit of speed at the top of the circuit. Too much speed. Say this is as good as we've seen, but he couldn't get around that sharp bend and get in. He's back in. No real speed at all to get out of it. But now he can see the finish line. Now he knows he's nearly there. the end, he had to dodge the mannequin too, and then he can stop in 50.15, and you do wonder.